What up, people? Yes, first and foremost, I shaved my beard. Woo! I knew somebody's gonna point that out. There's the old man in the back. Back at it again today. It's a little breezy, which is good, but it's also very, very humid today. Just walking out for about, 5 minutes, you were already drenched. So, anyways, we're gonna try to work on more of the wiring, and we picked up stuff to do my stove, for the dryer, all the bigger appliances and stuff. So we'll get that stuff going today. I'm getting my truck cleaned today as well. I was able to bribe Matt into cleaning it for me, so he'll be doing that. And I got a call from the dealership today saying to bring my truck in on Monday. They finally got all the parts in to fix the AC on it and the sensors on my tail light. They said they should have it done on Tuesday, so that's a pretty good turnaround one day. So, anyways, what else you got going on? Besides sweating.
I think I'm just looking at some of the wiring.
So have you read any comments that people have said that made you think like, all right, maybe we should do that?
Well,
I know one.
yeah, there's probably a couple of things, like where we tie into the box, left enough room to unfold it and staple it down where it goes in and out of the box so it doesn't move. I'm talking about the outlets.
Somebody mentioned too about putting the refrigerator on its own.
Well, yeah. The only other thing, I had two little plugs on his south wall attached to the refrigerator line. More than likely, there's nothing that's going to overpower any of that. But I told him, I said, let's just go ahead and put it on a separate circuit.
And a lot of the outlets we put in, they're not going to be used all at the same time. There's going to be so many of them, like the ones here in the living room behind you guys, which you can't see obviously. There's 4 outlets within, I don't know, they're like 4 feet apart from each one, and I'm probably not going to use every single one of them at the same time, and I don't know, not really worried about pulling too much power on there.
And I believe this Romex 12.2 it's rated, I think, at 25 amps. So, it's good.
Just a word of advice. It's pretty common sense that when you build a house, it's going to be expensive.
Wiring is very
Just yesterday alone, we went to Lowe's and picked up, it was a 6-gauge wire, I believe 10 gauge, and then what was the other one?
It's 10.
And then 12.3.
Yeah, we bought some lines. He wants to put switches in that are
Dimmer switches.
3-way switches.
Yeah, and 3-way switches.
But you have to have a different wiring in order to make a 3-way connection.
Because that trip yesterday cost about $5 bills. It was pricey.
We got
And
the wire for the stove and the wire for your
for the dryer.
yeah.
And then we need to get, still not 100% sure on what kind of water heater I want to get. It is going to be a tankless one, so it's going to be a small one, kind of like the one I had in Terrell. It worked pretty good. That one I had was enough. Oh, I got notifications, Mr. Popular. Now it made me forget what I was saying. Oh, the water heater. The one I had over there was enough to push, I believe, 2 bathrooms and a kitchen, I think is what it was. It was, or more than enough to do that. So I don't have to get a huge one for here since it's just gonna be a little kitchen and my bathroom. But
We hadn't decided exactly where you're going to put that. It'll probably be under the kitchen cabinet.
Yeah, comment down below if you have an idea of where we should put it. I was thinking either under the kitchen cabinet or under the bathroom vanity because they're both kind of centered where all the water stuff is.
Right. It depends on how much room you have in that vanity and the way you do it in your kitchen, where you put it in your kitchen.
Yeah, and then we picked up these right here, these canless lights. These were, I think it was $120 for 6 of them. You can dim them, you can change it from like a bright white color to more of a yellowish color. So I like that. You can set the mood for when all the ladies are over here because they're always over here all the time. And yeah, so anyways, right where we're sitting, there'll be a fan above you guys. Y'all aren't gonna be here. Above me, and it'll light this section up where the TV living space is, and then behind me I can dim the kitchen lights and stuff to just have a little bit of a glow if I'm watching TV over here. And I really enjoyed having the dimmer switch at Terrell. It was only in the kitchen, I believe, on that one, but I very much enjoyed it and wish I would have done that on the one in Oklahoma too. So,
Right. But yeah, I see that you put your Raptor ties up there, and
Yeah, and I understand there was a lot of people that were saying that that was unnecessary to put that on there. It was so cheap to do it. It probably cost me $75 to do all of them, and
it's just reinforcement. I mean, they had those lag screws.
that's what there was a couple of people that pointed that out, which I didn't know, which I learned. I'm not a professional by any means, obviously, because I don't do everything right.
That's what makes the difference with those lag screws.
Yeah, they're saying that there was somebody that said too that
In
not
England.
all shed dealers do that, and they didn't do that on the other ones up there in North Texas and Oklahoma. Those dealers, the same one I got here, didn't do that. Over here, I'm wondering just because we are in an area that we get hurricanes, maybe
I don't
that's
know.
why they did it, or just every place.
Those
is
lag
different.
screws go in for that purpose.
But
for
there was a-
hurricane proofing it or
Two people said it. One,
modifying.
I don't remember her name, but she said something about that. Just those right there will replace, or is as strong as putting in hurricane ties or the rapid
that's what it was
ties
designed
and
for.
10 nails. So another commenter had said, a viewer had said that they didn't understand why we didn't put screws in all those, that it's stronger than nails.
No.
And I just commented back. I wasn't trying to be rude or anything. I just said everybody I've talked to said that nails are stronger. So
Nails, screws have better uplift, but they shear off quicker than what a nail will shear off. You
And
know, 'cause
I guess
they're just more brittle.
it's just everybody's got different opinions on it. And then somebody said that they sure hope I'm not expecting this building to hold up to sustained 150-mile-an-hour winds. And I agree with that person totally. I'm not expecting it to do that. If we get a Category 5, it don't matter if you're in a house or in a shed.
Mine's probably gonna go too.
I was gonna
or
say it's
parts
gonna.
of it
If,
anyway.
if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Sorry, I'm cutting you off, Dad. I know somebody
No.
will point that out.
No, I'm just saying that, you know, with that kind of wind, you know, not a whole lot's gonna survive.
Yeah. And when is the last time we've had? The last one I remember was Brett, and that was in '99.
Yeah, but that was like 120, maybe 110.
I remember We were sleeping in y'all's bedroom on the floor. We had all the windows boarded up, which brings me to my next thing. People were asking about the shutters outside, if we're going to do that. Yes, we are at some point. My main thing is, guys, I'm not making $1 million doing YouTube. And it goes very quickly when you have a truck payment and a house payment and insurance and phone and everything else on top of trying to build a house out. It's expensive doing that. So I'm going as I can with my money. I'm not going to get into debt on this building. I've learned my lesson in the past, getting in debt and then having nothing to show for it. So now I'm trying to do it correctly and learn from my mistakes in the past and just do it little by little. And what I am doing, I'll be 100% honest, I have a Lowe's card. I use that for the 5% discount on it. So like yesterday, spent $500 on wiring. I charge it to that card and then I turn around and pay it off with my debit card. So I get that little bit of a discount and then save some money there, because I think I saved $25 yesterday or something. So that wasn't bad, but I'm just moving at my own pace. And if my wallet says, slow down, Jared, that's what I got to do. I'm not going to get in debt doing it again. So I don't know where I was going with that. But it is nice, the nice little breeze today. If that would,
Yeah.
humidity would kind of drop a little bit.
Right here,
Really nice.
sitting here, doesn't go bad at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's going to feel amazing during like
the
the fall and winter, even though
spring.
technically does Texas have a fall and a winter?
Not really, it's summer.
It's
A little bit of colder than summer again.
It'll probably be in the 80s all the way up through January, most likely. Every once in a while you might get a
Yeah.
cool
I mean,
little stint.
we've had like in the 90s, 95 degrees on Christmas. Then we've had it, you know,
I mentioned too that, yeah, you said
snowing.
where it
on
was,
Christmas.
it burned up all y'all's plants, that they all froze when it was 16 degrees for a few days. So I totally get it. There's a lot of people up north that watch and across seas and everything that watch and are
The weather is
saying,
totally
make sure you
different.
put like heat strips on your pipes and stuff on your house. It's South Texas, guys. It's not needed.
Especially, you know, if you have skirting around the house, you know, where it seals it from the cold winds and stuff.
There was another.
It very seldom will you ever have any pipes freeze like that unless it stays down so low for so long, which it has done, but
And we'll do it as good as possible.
the
but
heat from the house transferring will keep those pipes.
another viewer had asked about when the company was coming back to do the skirting on the house, and I let them know that we're going to be doing the skirting.
Yeah.
I know what I was going to get at with trying to spend money and save money and all that stuff on the property. I'm trying to hold off and doing projects outside of the house. Yes, I want to do stuff around the pond. I want to build a pergola. I would love to do my front and back porch. I would love to do the skirting, all that kind of stuff. But I'm trying to spend the money on the interior and get it set up to where I can actually be out here. Then I can start doing that other stuff. So
if he gets water and electricity
that's my next thing too.
installed here, then he says, shoot, I'm just gonna stay over there.
If I can get when I get electric, because I will be able to, when I get electric out here, I will just get a window unit or something and just close the windows. It's not going to be the coolest, but it'll be where I can stay out here and have the dogs out here full time.
He doesn't have to. He can stay at the house until he gets it done where he can.
I ain't gonna wait till it's completely done. I'm gonna do it where it's just enough to where I can start living out here. Because one, I'll get out of y'all's place, and two, it'll keep me on my toes. All 5 of them. Yes, I said 5. It'll keep me on my toes to be able to want to be doing more stuff out here. So when you're living a little less comfortable, it makes you want to do more stuff. So, not that I just haven't done anything. It's just to that point where I don't know. I just want to do other stuff too, besides just build every day. And
Yeah,
it is what it is.
he's wanting to go out to the ranch and shoot an elk guy.
I was actually looking at parts for my truck. They have things for your hitch that you can just basically hook up a deer or something and just let it hang behind your truck as you go.
Yeah.
At least to take it to the camp house. I wouldn't take it
Well,
down
you
the
can
highway.
hang it up and skin it from there, gut it, and all that kind of stuff. But
It would have to be a very strong one, because the one that I was looking at was about $120, and it was a 300 to 400 pound rating, which
that'd
is
be
not
for
enough.
a deer or a pig.
Yeah, not enough for a nil guy.
No guy would just bend it over.
What I need to do is get that winch that I bought for the truck, since it was too small for the
Just
truck, put
hook
that
it
on
on
the
the
trailer
trailer.
and do that. But
That way you can just hook onto its feet and just drag it up into the trailer and then drive off.
yeah, I'm honestly just trying to kill time. I don't want to end this video because it feels good right here. Right now it's probably just around 90 degrees, close to it, with a nice breeze, so it feels good sitting here talking.
Sitting
But
here is good.
once you start moving around and doing stuff, that's when it's gonna get you. And I decided to wear a Goodwill Find fishing shirt from the Frio River. We used to go there, during the summertime, and go float the river and camp and stuff. And Matt actually found this shirt at Goodwill in Kingsville. So if this is your shirt, comment down below. You got any last words for the people?
No, we just need to get her done.
And I think what I'll do, I was looking at it right now, the nail plates. One guy was busting my balls saying that I nailed right through all my wiring and stuff, and basically called me an idiot without calling me an idiot. And I told him, I was like, well, I said, you listen about as good as I can build, which is not very good. And I said, I explained why I put some of the stuff horizontally, and I totally get it. The double studs, I could have just bought 2 of them and did them vertically, but it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna be able to please everybody. I'm not gonna try. So, anyways, if I'm happy with the build, that's all that matters, right?
It's your house.
It's your house. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and call this one. I don't know what I'm gonna call it for the title. What do you think? Something clickbaitish. That way we can. I love to ruffle some feathers by clickbaiting stuff every once in a while. So, what would be a good title for this video? Ooh, I know something I can show you real quick. If you don't want to see a handsome man's 6-pack, you might want to close your eyes. I don't have a 6-pack, but I got mauled by a dog today. I guess you can't see it. So anyways, I'm going to name this one, I got attacked by a dog.
Wow. See you guys.
Wow, you're just walking off of my fake movie set?
See you guys.
What the hell are you doing? Anyways, we will catch you on the next one. Peace.